Next question is, let A vector is equal to I cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap, B vector is equal to I cap plus j cap plus k cap, and C vector be a vector such that A vector plus B vector cross product C vector is equal to 0 and B vector dot product C vector is equal to 5. Then the value of 3 into C vector dot product A vector is equal to. In this given question, two vectors are already given here. Okay. So first, let us write both the vectors. First vector is A vector. A vector is equal to I cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap. B vector is equal to I cap plus j cap plus k cap. Okay. The first thing that we have to do is we have to find the dot product of A vector and B vector. Okay. Do you know how to find the dot product of two factors? It is very simple. If you have to find the dot product of two vectors, you just have to multiply the coefficient of I, then the coefficient of j, and then the coefficient of k. And then you have to add all the three values. Okay. So firstly, when we look at the coefficient of I in both the vectors, it is 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. Then the coefficient of j. Here the coefficient of j is minus 2 and here the coefficient of j is 1. So minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. Now the coefficient of k. Here the coefficient of k is 3 and here the coefficient of k is 1. So 3 into 1 is plus 3. So what will be A vector dot B vector? It will be 1 minus 2 plus 3, which is equal to 2, right? So from here we have A vector dot product B vector is equal to 2. Consider it as equation number 1. All right. Now one more condition is given in question, which is A vector plus B vector cross product C vector is equal to 0. So let us write it first. A vector plus B vector cross product C vector is equal to 0. So from here, if we want the value of A vector, what will be the value of A vector? A vector will be equal to minus of B vector cross product C vector, right? When will this value will go to the right hand side, then we get the value of A vector, right? Now, if A vector is equal to minus of B vector cross product C vector, it implies that A vector is perpendicular to B vector and A vector is perpendicular to C vector. All right. So how it is perpendicular? Because this B vector cross product C vector always lies in a plane which is perpendicular to B vector and C vector. And if it is equal to A vector, it means that A vector will be also perpendicular to B vector and C vector, right? So in this way, A vector is perpendicular to B vector and B vector is perpendicular to C vector. Okay. Now, do you know what is the basic condition if two vectors are perpendicular? If A vector is perpendicular to B vector, then its dot product is always 0. It means that A vector dot product B vector will be always 0. Okay. Similarly, if A vector is perpendicular to C vector, then A vector dot C vector will be also 0. Okay. But you can see that we have already found the value of A vector dot B vector. Okay. According to the data that is given in the question, the value of A vector dot B vector is 2. But according to the condition, if A vector is perpendicular to B vector, then the dot product should be equal to 0. Okay, consider this as equation 2. Here, the values does not match. Okay, both the equations are contradicting. Okay, so it means that we have a error of data in this question. Okay, the value of A vector dot B vector is not correct according to the data that is given. It should be equal to 0, but it is 2. So we can say that there is a data error. So for this question, we cannot identify the correct answer since there is an error in the question. Okay. So if you have attended this paper, then you can easily get the free marks for this question. All right. I hope you are clear with this. Next question is, let y is equal to y of x, where x is greater than 1, be the solution of the differential equation x minus 1 into dy by dx plus 2xy is equal to 1 upon x minus 1, with y of 2 is equal to 1 plus e power 4 divided by 2 into e power 4. If y of 3 is equal to e power alpha plus 1 divided by beta into e power alpha, then the value of alpha plus beta is equal to. This type of questions are very important And this kind of question always comes in the exam, where the solution of the differential equation is given in the form of y is equal to y of x. So firstly, let us understand the concept behind y is equal to y of x. All right. One value is given here, which is y of 2. Y of 2 is equal to 1 plus e power 4 divided by 2 into e power 4. When we compare both these equations, right, here y of x means y of 2. Okay, so the value of x is 2. It means that if x is equal to 2, then y will be what? 1 plus e power 4 upon 2 into e power 4, because the concept is y of x will be equal to y. So what will be the value of y? Y will be 1 plus e power 4 upon 2 into e power 4. So it implies that when x is 2, the value of y is this. Similarly, when x will be 3, the value of y will be this. And a differential equation is given here, which is x minus 1 into dy by dx plus 2 into xy is equal to 1 upon x minus 1. And y is equal to y of x is the solution of this differential equation. So firstly, we have to solve this differential equation. Now let us do one thing. Let us divide this whole equation by x minus 1. So when we divide it by x minus 1, it will be divided by x minus 1. Each and every term will be divided by x minus 1. So this x minus 1 and x minus 1 will be cancelled. First term will be dy by dx plus next is 2xy upon x minus 1 is equal to this x minus 1 will be multiplied here. So it will be 1 upon x minus 1 whole square. Okay, x minus 1 into x minus 1 will be x minus 1 square. Now you can see that this is in the form of a differential equation, right? What is a differential equation? It is simply a linear differential equation. And what is the basic form of a linear differential equation? The basic form of a linear differential equation is dy by dx plus p into y is equal to q. You can see that it is in the same form. When we compare here, the value of p and q will be what? P is the coefficient of y. Here, what is the coefficient of y? 2x upon x minus 1. So p is 2x upon x minus 1 and q is on the right hand side. So the value of q is 1 upon x minus 1 whole square. Whenever we have a linear differential equation, then we find the integrating factor. Now, what is the integrating factor? Integrating factor is always equals to e power integral of p dx. So for this values, what will be the integrating factor? It will be e power integral of p. What is p? 2x upon x minus 1 and dx. Now if we focus on this part, 2x upon x minus 1. Here what we can do is we can add 2. If we are adding 2, then we also have to subtract 2 just to balance it, right? Now the numerator will be 2x plus 2 minus 2. If we separate the values, okay, if we take 2x minus 2 together and divide by x minus 1, then 2 will remain here. So let us separate 2 and x minus 1. See, we have separated these three values. Okay, we have taken 2x minus 2 together and 2 is separate. So here what will happen is when we take 2 common from 2x minus 2, the remaining terms will be x minus 1 and divided by x minus 1 plus 2 divided by x minus 1. So here x minus 1 and x minus 1 will be cancelled. So we will have 2 plus 2 upon x minus 1 and dx. So we can write e power integral of 2 plus 2 upon x minus 1 and dx. Right? Now when we take the integral, what is integral of 2? It is a constant. So it will come out. Okay. And we have integral of 2 dx. Okay. So it will be 2x. Let us solve it. Integral of 2 dx. 2 is a constant. Integral of dx is x. So the first term will be 2x. So we have e power 2x. Now we have to integrate this term, which is integral of 2 upon x minus 1 dx. Again, 2 is a constant. So it will come out, right? Now what will remain? Integral of 1 upon x minus 1 dx. It is in the form of integral of 1 by x dx. And what is the formula? the formula for integral of 1 by x dx is always equals to log x, right? So here the value of x is x minus 1. So integral of 1 upon x minus 1 dx will be log of x minus 1, okay? And 2 is outside. So 2 into log of x minus 1. So we have 2x plus 2 into log of x minus 1, right? Now what we have to do is we have to use another formula, which is n log m. What is the formula for n log m? Whenever we have the form n log m, then it is always equals to log m power n. Here we have the same formula. Okay, 2 log x minus 1. This is the value of n and this is the value of m. So it will be log x minus 1 power 2. So this will be equal to integral of e power 2x. Okay, plus 2 log x minus 1 will be log x minus 1 square. Okay, this is in the same form. N log m is equal to log m power n. Now what we can do is we can write this log x minus 1 square in the form of power of e. Okay, we can break this powers. Firstly, it will be e power 2x. Then it will be e power log of x minus 1 square. Okay, when the base is same, then the power is added. And when the power is added, then we can break it. Okay, now you can see this e and log will be cancelled. So we will have e power 2x into x minus 1 whole square. This is the integrating factor, right? So this is the integrating factor, which is denoted by if. Now, whenever we have to find the solution of a differential equation, what we do is we apply a formula, which is y into integrating factor will be equal to integral of q into integrating factor. Okay. So y into integrating factor will be equals to integral of q into integrating factor. All right. So y into integrating factor. What is integrating factor? We have integrating factor as x minus 1 square into e to the power 2x. Okay, since here there was log, so it will be x minus 1 square into e to the power 2x, right? This is the integrating factor. This will be equals to integral of q. What is the value of q? Q is 1 upon x minus 1 square. So we have 1 upon x minus 1 square into again integrating factor. What is integrating factor? X minus 1 whole square into e power 2x and dx. Since we are taking integral, so there will be a dx. Now this x minus 1 square and x minus 1 square will be cancelled. So what will remain here is y into x minus 1 whole square into e power 2x is equal to integral of e power 2x dx. Now we have to use the formula for integral of e power x dx. What is the integral of e power x? It is e power x. Okay, but here we have 2x. So integral of e power 2x will be e power 2x, right? And we have to integrate 2x, so it will be divided by 2. So integral of this term will be e power 2x divided by 2 plus c, where c is a constant, and the left hand side is y into x minus 1 whole square into e power 2x. Okay, now we have to find the value of this constant. How we can find the value of this constant? By using a expression that is given in the question. We have to use these two expression, y of 2 and y of 3. So let us write the values. It is given that y of 2 is equal to 1 plus e power 4 divided by 2 into e power 4. And the solution of this differential equation is given in the form of y of x is equal to y. Okay, when we compare here, when x is 2, then the value of y is 1 plus e power 4 divided by 2 into e power 4. So let us do one thing. Let us substitute the value of x and y here in this equation. Okay, let us consider it as equation number 1. So when we substitute the value of x and y, then what we get is, first term is y. What is y? 1 plus e power 4 divided by 2 into e power 4 multiplied by x minus 1. What is x? 2. 2 minus 1 square will be 1 square, and 1 square is 1. Then we have e power 2x. So e power 2x means 2 into 2. So e power 4, right? This will be equals to e power 2x. Again, 2x means 2 into 2. So e power 4 divided by 2 plus c. All right. So from here we will have 1 plus e power 4 divided by 2 into e power 4 multiplied by e power 4 is equal to e power 4 divided by 2 plus c. This e power 4 and e power 4 will be cancelled. So we have 1 plus e power 4 divided by 2 minus, when we take this term to the left hand side, it will be negative. So minus e power 4 divided by 2 is equal to plus c, right? Since the denominator is same, so we can write it once and the numerator will be 1 plus e power 4 minus e power 4 is equal to c. E power 4 minus e power 4 will be 0. So we have 1 by 2 is equal to c. It means that we have the value of c now. What is the value of c? C is equal to 1 by 2. Now let us substitute the value of c again in equation number 1. This is equation number 1. If we substitute the value of c, then the equation becomes y into x minus 1 square into e power 2x is equal to e power 2x divided by 2 plus c. What is c? C is 1 by 2, right? So this will be the form. Again here, the denominator is same. So it can be written as y into x minus 1 whole square into e power 2x will be equal to e power 2x plus 1 divided by 2. Now, another expression is given in the question which is in the form of y of 3. So we have to use this expression too. So let us write this expression. The expression is y of 3 is equal to e power alpha plus 1 divided by beta into e power alpha. This is the form that is given in the question. When we compare it with the solution, what is given in the question? That y of x is equal to y is a solution of the differential equation. So when we compare the values, here x is equal to 3 and y is equal to e power alpha plus 1 divided by beta into e power alpha. It means that when we put x is equal to 3, then we get y is equal to e power alpha plus 1 divided by beta into e power alpha. Okay. So let us do one thing. Let us put the value of x and y here in this equation, right? So when we put the value of x and y here, what we get is, firstly, let us consider this as equation number 2. We have to put the value of x and y in equation number 2. So the first term is y. What is y? E power alpha plus 1 divided by beta into e power alpha into x minus 1 square. What is x? 3. So 3 minus 1 square. What is 3 minus 1? 2. 2 square will be 4. So into 4 into e power 2x. 2x means 2 into x. What is x? 3. 2 into 3 will be 6. This will be equals to e power 2x. Again, e power 2x means e power 2 into 3. So e power 6 plus 1 divided by 2. Now let us take these terms to the right hand side. Since these terms are in multiplication here, so when it will go to the right hand side, it will be divided. So the expression becomes e power alpha plus 1 divided by beta into e power alpha is equal to e power 6 plus 1 divided by 2 into 4 into e power 6. Okay, this term will go into the division. So here we have e power alpha plus 1 divided by beta into e power alpha is equal to e power 6 plus 1 divided by 4 into 2 is 8. So 8 into e power 6. Okay. Now when we compare both the sides, then we get the value of alpha and beta. Okay, what is alpha? Alpha is the power of e. And you can see in the right hand side, the power of e is 6. It means the value of alpha is 6. And again, when we compare for the value of beta, what is beta? Beta is the coefficient of e power alpha. Here, alpha is 6. So what is the coefficient of e power 6? The coefficient is 8. So we have the value of beta as 8. Okay, we just have to simply compare both the sides. Then we easily get the value of alpha and beta. Now what we have to find is we have to find alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta will be 6 plus 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. So the value of alpha plus beta will be 14. So for this question, the correct answer is 14. I hope you are clear with this question. We have used so many basic concepts related to the differential equation and the solution of the differential equation. And here we have changed the given differential equation into linear differential equation. And we know that whenever we have a linear differential equation, we have to find the integrating factor. And you have to remember the basic formulas related to all these concepts. I hope you are clear with this question. The correct answer here is 14. Next question is, let 3, 6, 9, 12 up to 78 terms and 5, 9, 13, 17 up to 59 terms be two series. Then the sum of the terms common to both the series is equal to. Two different series are given in the question. What is the first series? 3, 6, 9, 12 up to 78 terms. And the second series is 5, 9, 13, 17 up to 59 terms. We have to find the sum of the common terms in both the series. It means first we need to find what are the common terms. Then only we can find the sum of the common terms for both the given series, right? So firstly, let us focus on the first series. The first series have the elements 3, 6, 9, 12 up to 78 terms. Here, the first number is the first term which is denoted as A. So here A is equal to 3. A is the first term. What is the common difference? Common difference is second term minus first term, right? So 6 minus 3 will be 3. Then third term minus second term, 9 minus 6 will be 3. So here the common difference is 3. Common difference between two numbers is 3, right? 12 minus 9 is again 3. So common difference is denoted by D. So let the common difference of this series be D1, right? So D1 will be 3. Now let us find the last term for this given series. It is given that we have 78 terms for this series, right? Let us find the last term. Why we are finding the last term? Because if from both the series we have the last terms, then it will be easy for us to find the common terms in the series, right? Suppose a series contains numbers from 1 to 10 and another series contains the numbers from 1 to 13. Then what are the common numbers in both the series? The common numbers are from 1 to 10 only. Okay, that is why we are finding the last term. What is the formula to find the last term? It is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, a is the first term, n is the total number of terms, and d is the common difference. So an will be equal to a. What is a here? 3 plus n minus 1. Total number of terms here are 78. So 78 minus 1 into d. D is the common difference. What is the common difference in this series? It is 3. So an will be equal to 3 plus 78 minus 1 is 77 into 3. So an will be equal to 3 plus 77 into 3 will be 231. Now 231 plus 3 is 234. It means that the last term for this series is 234. Now similarly, let us find the last term for the second series. What is the second series? Second series is 5, 9, 13, 17, so on up to 59 terms. If we talk about the first term here, what is the first term? 5. So for this series, A is equal to 5. Then common difference. Common difference is second term minus first term. So 9 minus 5 is 4. Again, third term minus second term. So 13 minus 9 is again 4. Similarly, 17 minus 13 is again 4. So the common difference is 4 here. So let D2 be the common difference. So D2 will be 4. And what are the total number of terms? 59. So we have n is equal to 59. Now let us find the last term. The last term will be an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula to calculate the last term. Here an will be the last term, right? So an will be what? What is a? 5 plus n minus 1, 59 minus 1 into d. What is d? D is the common difference. For this series, the common difference is 4. So we have an is equals to 5 plus 59 minus 1 is 58. 58 into 4. So an will be equal to 5 plus 58 into 4. What is 58 into 4? It is 232. Now 232 plus 5 will be 237. So for second series, the total Number of terms are 59, right? But the last term is 237. Now we have to understand the concept that if first series have the total terms 234 and second series have the last term 237. Okay, this is the last term for first series and this is the last term for second series. Okay, means the numbers are from 3, 6, 9, so on up to what? 234. And in the second series, the numbers are from 5, 9, 13, so on up to 237, right? If we want the common terms, you can see that the starting of the common terms is from 9, right? 9 is common and this is the first term which is common in both the series. It means we will start the series from 9 and we will go up to 234. As I told you that if a series contains elements from 1 to 10 and another series contains elements from 1 to 13, and if we want to take the common elements, then common elements will be from 1 to 10, right? Because 11, 12 and 13 is not present in series 1 here. Similarly, if here the series 1 contains the last element which is 234, okay, and here the last element is 237, but we want to take the common terms, so the common terms will be up to what? Up to 234 only. It means if we take the common terms which is the common last term for both the series, so what will be the common last term? The common last term will be 234 for both the series. And what is the common first term? Common first term is 9. Okay, so we can take a1 as 9. Okay, a1 will be the first term which is common in both the series, and capital An will be the last term which is common in both the series. What is the last term that will be common? 234, right? By using this, we can find the value of n. See how we can find it? We know that an will be less than or equals to 234, right? And what is an? It is the last term. What is the formula to find the last term? It is a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, this will be equal to what? 234. Now what is a? A means the first term. What is the first common terms in both the series? It is 9. So 9 plus n minus 1. Okay, now what is n? How to calculate n here? See, n minus 1 into d. We have to actually find the value of n, okay, by using a, d and the last number, okay, means the last term. Now, whenever we find the common terms in two series, then their common difference will be also common. See, what is the common difference for first series? It is 3. And what is the common difference for second series? It is 4. So if we want the common difference, then we have to take the LCM of 3, 4. 3 is the common difference for first series and 4 is the common difference for second series. So what will be the LCM? LCM will be 12. It means that the common difference for both the common series, right, will be 12. So we have D is equal to 12 when we are taking the numbers which are common in both the series. Okay. So here D will be equal to 12. This is equal to what? 234. So it will be 9 plus 12n minus 12 is equal to 234. What is 9 minus 12? Minus 3. So 12n minus 3 is equal to 234. So 12n will be equal to what? 234 plus 3, right? Now 234 plus 3 will be 237. So 12n will be equal to 237. Okay. And from here, we will get the value of n as 237.12, which will be equal to 19.75. But we know that the value of n is always a natural number. So if we just take the integral part here, the value of n will be 19. Means the maximum terms that are common here in both the series are 19 terms. Okay. So we have 19 terms common in both the series, right? But we have to find the sum of the common terms. See, now we have calculated that in both the series total how many terms are common, but actually we have to find the sum. Okay. So firstly, let us write all the values that we have. We have n is equal to 19. 19 common terms are there, right? We have the first term that is common in both the series, which is 9. You can see that in both the series, the first term that is common is 9. All right. And now we have to find the last term for both the series. Okay. So here we have a is equal to 9 means a1 is equal to 9, which is the first term. Okay. The common difference for both the series is 12, right? So we can find the last term. We know that there are total 19 terms, okay? So last term will be an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, okay? The last common term. So a is 9, 9 plus n minus 1, 19 minus 1 into d. What is the common difference here? 12. So this will be equal to what? This will be equal to 9 plus. What is 19 minus 1? 19 minus 1 is 18, right? So 18 into 12. So now 9 plus 18 into 12. Okay, what is 18 into 12? It is 216. Now 216 plus 9. This will be equal to 225. Means this is the last term which is common in both the series. Okay, since we have to find the sum, we have to use the formula for sum. What is the formula for sum? We know that sum is denoted as Sn. So Sn will be n by 2 into a plus an. Okay, what is an? It is the last term, a is the first term, and is the total number of terms. This is the basic formula to calculate the sum of a series, right? So Sn will be equal to what? N by 2. What is n? 19. 19 by 2 into a. A is the first term. So here the first common term is 9. 9 plus an. An is the last term. This is the last common term for both the series. So we have 225. So Sn will be equal to 19 by 2 into 9 plus 225 is 234, right? So this will be cancelled. 2 ones are 2 and this will be 1, 1 and 7, right? So when we multiply 19 with 1, 1 and 7, then we get Sn is equal to 19 into 117, 2223. Okay, so this is the sum for all the common terms in both the series. So this is the method to solve this kind of question. If two different series are given, then if we have to find the common terms, then we will start with the first term. We will look for what is the first term that is common in both the series. Then we will find what is the last term common in both the series. And then we can easily find the sum for the common terms in two series. And remember that whenever we find the common term for both the series, then the common difference will be also same. Okay. And how we will find the common difference? We will just take the LCM of the common difference of first series and the common difference of second series. So these are some basic concepts related to this type of question. I hope you are clear with this question. And for this question, the correct answer is 2223. This is the correct answer. Next question is the number of solutions of the equation sin x is equal to cos square x in the interval 0, 10 is. We have to find the number of solutions here for the given equations. And the best way to find the number of solutions is by making a graph. So firstly, let us write the equation. Sin x is equal to cos square x. Now let y is equal to sin x and let y is equal to cos square x. Why we have assumed this value equal to y? Because we have to make a graph. And when we separate both these terms, then we will get two different curves and then we can easily make the graph. Now we have to make the curve for y is equal to sin x and we have to make the curve for y is equal to cos square x and we have to find the number of solutions. So what is number of solutions? Number of solutions is basically the intersection of both the curves. Or we can say that the number of solutions are the number of intersecting points of both the curves. So the concept is number of solutions of two curves is equal to intersecting points of the curves. Means if we find the intersecting points of the curves, then we can easily find the number of solution. The intersecting points of two curves will be equal to the number of solutions for the two curve. Now let us make the graph. Okay, we have to consider interval 0 to 10. So let us make a graph. Let us consider this as the coordinate axis. We have to take the values from 0 to 10. So let this be equal to x is equal to 0 and let this be equal to x is equal to 10. Firstly, let us make the curve for y is equal to sin x. We all know that the curve for sin x will be in this form. And now we have to make the curve for y is equal to cos square x. We know that the curve for cos square x always lies above the x-axis. Why it lies above the x-axis? Because cos square x means all the positive values, right? So it will always lies above the x-axis. So the curve for y is equal to cos square x will be somehow in this way. So this is the curve for y is equal to sin x. And this is the curve for y is equal to cos square x. Now what we have to do is we have to just count the intersecting points of both these curves. Because we know that the intersecting points of these two curves is actually equal to the total number of solutions of this curves. So what are the intersecting points? The points at which both the curves are intersecting each other. So this is the first point at which both the curves are intersecting. This is the second point. This is the third point, and this is the fourth point. So we can say that at 4 points, both the curves are intersecting. So we have 4 points of intersection. It means that the number of solutions for these two curves is also 4, because the concept is number of solution is equal to the total number of intersecting points. And what are the total number of intersecting points? We have 4 intersecting points here. Therefore, the number of solutions will be also equal to 4. So we can say that the total number of solutions is equal to 4. This is the best trick you can use to find a solution of this type of equation. So for this question, the correct answer is 4. Next question is for real numbers a comma b, where a is greater than b and b is greater than 0. Let area x comma y such that x square plus y square is less than equal to a square, and x square upon a square plus y square upon b square is greater than or equal to 1 is equal to 30 pi, and area x comma y such that x square plus y square is greater than or equal to b square, and x square upon a square plus y square upon b square is less than equal to 1 is equal to 18 pi. Then the value of a minus b whole square is equal to. It is a very interesting question. Here two different cases are given, and for both the cases the value of area is given, which is 30 pi and 18 pi. So firstly, let us talk about the first case. What is the first case? In the first case, we have two different forms of equations. The equations are x square plus y square is less than equal to a square, and x square upon a square plus y square upon b square is greater than or equal to 1, right? So if we talk about this first equation, it is an equation that is representing circle, means this is the equation for circle. And the second equation, it is representing an ellipse. So this is an equation of ellipse. Now, if this is the equation of circle, then here the radius is a, and this is the equation of ellipse. It means a is the semi-major axis and b is the semi-minor axis. Okay, we have to calculate the area. So what is the area of circle and area of the ellipse? The basic formula to calculate the area of circle is pi r square. R is the radius here. And the basic formula to calculate area of an ellipse is pi into A into B. What is A? A is the semi-major axis and B is the semi-minor axis. So we have to use both these formulas to calculate the area here, right? But firstly, let us understand which is the area that we have to find. Okay. So firstly, let us make the coordinate axis. Let this be the coordinate axis. Here you can see that we have x square plus y square less than equal to a square. Since it is less than equal to means the area inside the circle. So firstly, let us make a circle. Consider this as the circle, right? And we have equation of ellipse. Since here there is greater than or equal to 1, it means everything outside the ellipse. So ellipse will be formed here in this way, right? This is our ellipse. This is the circle and this is the ellipse. Now here the sign is less than equal to a square. Okay, less than equal to means everything inside the circle. And here we have greater than equal to 1. Greater than equal to 1 means everything outside the ellipse. Okay, so everything inside the circle and everything outside the ellipse is this region. You can see that this is the region that is inside the circle, but it is outside the ellipse. So we have to find this region. Now, how can we find this region? It is very simple. Let us first find the area of this whole circle. Then subtract the area of ellipse from it. Then the remaining portion will be the shaded region, right? So area of circle minus area of ellipse. And its value is already given to us. It is equal to 30 pi, right? So this is equal to 30 pi. Now let us substitute the values. What is area of circle? Pi r square. R is the radius. In this case, we have radius is equal to a. So we have pi into a square minus area of ellipse. Area of ellipse is pi into a into b. You can see that in the equation of ellipse, semi-major axis and semi-minor axis is a and b. This is equal to 30 pi. Now pi a square minus pi a b will be equal to 30 pi. Pi is common here, so let us take pi common. Remaining terms will be a square minus ab. It is equal to 30 pi. Pi and pi will be cancelled. So we have a square minus ab is equal to 30. This is the equation which is formed from case 1. So consider it as equation number 1. Now let us focus on the case 2. This is the case 2, right? Let us write both the equations that are given in case 2. Equation of circle is x square plus y square greater than or equal to b square. This is the equation that is representing the circle. That is why it is the equation of circle. And equation of ellipse that is given for case 2 is x square upon a square plus y square upon b square is less than equal to 1. This is the equation of ellipse. Here again a and b are the semi-major and semi-minor axis. If we talk about the equation of circle here, then the radius of this circle will be b, right? Now, again we have to consider the area here. So let us first draw the coordinate axis. Let this be the coordinate axis, right? Here the equation of circle is in the form greater than or equal to. It means everything outside the circle, okay? So let us first draw a circle. We want everything outside the circle. And in the equation of ellipse, we have less than equal to 1. It means everything inside the ellipse, right? So make an ellipse. Ellipse will be outside the circle now. Since the area that we want should be outside the circle and inside the ellipse. So this is the ellipse and this is the circle. According to the equation, for the equation of circle, we have greater than or equal to. It means everything outside the circle. And for the equation of ellipse, we have less than or equal to. It means everything inside the ellipse. So everything inside the ellipse and outside the circle is this region, right? Now, how can we find this region? It is very simple. Let us first find the area of the ellipse and then subtract area of circle from it. Then the remaining portion will be this shaded portion. So area of ellipse minus area of circle. And again, its value is given to us. Its value is equal to 18 pi. So this is equal to 18 pi. I hope this step is clear to you. We have to find the shaded area. Okay. How we have concluded that the area is shaded here? By using this sign. Greater than equal to means everything outside the circle. Less than equal to means everything inside the ellipse. Okay. So everything outside the circle and inside the ellipse is this region. And how can we find it? We can first find the area of ellipse and then we can subtract the area of circle from it. So the remaining portion will be the shaded portion here. Now what is area of ellipse? Pi into a into b, right? Here also the semi-major and semi-minor axis is a and b. Minus area of circle. Area of circle is pi r square, but here the radius is b. So we have pi into b square. It is equal to 18 pi. Pi ab minus pi b square is equal to 18 pi. We can take pi common. So we have ab minus b square is equal to 18 pi. This pi and pi will be cancelled, right? So we have ab minus b square is equal to 18. Okay.
It can be also written as b square minus ab is equal to minus 18. We have taken negative sign common, right? So consider it as equation number 2. Now we have two different equations. What was the first equation? First equation was a square minus ab is equal to 30. So first equation was a square minus ab is equal to 30. Now let us do one thing. Let us add both these equations, right? So when we subtract it, okay, you can see that we want a minus b whole square at last. Okay. So let us do one thing. Let us add both this equation, right? So what is the first equation? A square minus ab. This is the left hand side of the first equation. What is the left hand side of the second equation? B square minus AB. It is equal to 30 plus minus of 18. Okay, we are adding both the equation. Now, A square plus B square minus AB is minus 2AB. It is equal to 30 minus 18. Plus minus will be minus. 30 minus 18 is 12. Now you can see that this part is actually an identity. And what is the identity? A minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. It means that a square plus b square minus 2ab can be written as a minus b whole square. So this term is actually equal to a minus b whole square. And the right hand side is 12. So we have the value of a minus b whole square, which is equal to 12. So for this question, the correct answer is 12. I hope this question is clear to you. It was a very, very simple question. You just have to use the basic concepts here. So the correct answer is 12 here.
Next question is, let f and g be twice differentiable even functions on minus 2 comma 2 such that f of 1 by 4 is equal to 0, f of 1 by 2 is equal to 0 and f of 1 is equal to 1. And g of 3 by 4 is equal to 0, g of 1 is equal to 2, then the minimum number of solutions of f of x into g double dash x plus f dash x into g dash x is equal to 0 in minus 2 comma 2 is equal to. So a lot of information is given about the two functions that are f of x and g of x. Firstly, it is given that both f and g are even functions. So let us understand the basic concept behind even functions. The concept is, if a function f of x is even, then f of x will be equal to f of minus x. This is the very basic concept that we have to use for this question. Now coming to the solution part. In this question, expression is given here, which is f of x into g double dash x plus f dash x into g dash x is equal to 0. So if we look carefully, what is this expression? It is actually the differentiation of f of x into g dash x, right? When we differentiate this term with respect to x, it will be equals to f of x into g double dash x plus f dash x into g dash x. How this will be equal? We know that this is in the form of d by dx of first into second, or d by dx of u into v. All right. So the basic formula of this differentiation is first into d by dx of second plus second into d by dx of first. So what is the first term? F of x. First into d by dx of second. D by dx of g dash x will be g double dash x plus second. What is the second term? Second term is g dash x into d by dx of first. What is d by dx of f of x? It is f dash x. So this term is basically equal to the differentiation of f of x into g dash x. Okay. So let us replace this value. Okay. Let this particular expression be equal to f of x into g dash x. Right. Now let us do one thing. Let this whole value be equal to another function, which is h of x. Okay. So if h of x is f of x into g dash x, then h dash x means its derivative will be what? Its derivative will be equal to the given term. Okay. Because we know that derivative of f of x into g dash x is equal to the given expression. Okay. So if h of x is equal to this term, then h dash x will be f of x into g double dash x plus f dash x into g of x, right? Now,
Listen very carefully. It is given in the question that f and g are even functions. What is the concept for even functions? That if a function is even, then f of x is equal to f of minus x. So first, let us look at the values at which the f of x is even. F of 1 by 4 and f of 1 by 2. Okay. So it is given that f of x is even at what values? At the values f of 1 by 4 is equal to 0 and f of 1 by 2 is equal to 0. But we know that if a function is even, then f of x will be equal to f of minus x. It means that f of 1 by 4 will be equal to f of minus 1 by 4 and f of 1 by 2 will be equal to f of minus 1 by 2, right? Since both these values are equal, it means all the four terms will be equal to 0, okay, according to the condition for a even function. Therefore, we can say that f of 1 by 4 is equal to f of minus 1 by 4 is equal to f of 1 by 2 is equal to f of minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0. It is very clear that we have four different roots of the function f because its value is equal to 0. Okay, it means that all these four values are satisfying the given equation for a function. Okay, so it means that the function f of x is equal to 0 has minimum four roots, right? Now there is one more concept that if a function f of x have n roots, then its derivative f dash x will have n minus 1 roots. Okay. So for the given function f of x, the roots are 4. So its derivative f dash x will have 4 minus 1, which is 3 roots, right? Now coming to the function g. It is given that g is even at g of 3 by 4 is equal to 0, right? So the function g of x is even at what values? At the values g is equals to g of 3 by 4 is equals to 0, right? But if a function is even, again g of x will be equal to g of minus x. It means that g of 3 by 4 will be equals to g of minus 3 by 4. Okay, and since g of 3 by 4 is 0, so this value will be also equal to 0. Now you can see that it is very clear. The function g of x has two roots. Okay, but if a function has two roots, then its derivative, okay, derivative will be g dash x. So g dash x will have n minus 1 roots. What is n? N is 2 roots. So g dash x will have 1 root, right? Now, listen very carefully. F dash x have 3 roots and g dash x have 1 root, okay? So the total possible roots are 3 plus 1, 4, right? So we can say that the function h dash x, which was equal to f of x into g dash x, this function has total 4 roots. So for this question, the correct answer is 4. I hope you are clear with this question. The correct answer is 4 here. Next question is, let the coefficients of x power minus 1 and x power minus 3 in the expansion of 2x power 1 by 5 minus 1 upon x power 1 by 5 whole power 15, where x is greater than 0, be m and n respectively. If r is a positive integer such that m into n square is equal to 15 cr into 2 power r, then the value of r is equal to. This is a question that comes from binomial expansion. Expansion is given here. This is a binomial expansion. And it is also given in the question that the coefficient of x power minus 1 and x power minus 3 are m and n respectively. We have to find the value of r. In order to find the value of r, we first need to solve this expression. It means that we need to get the value of m into n square. For getting the value of m into n square, we first need m and n, which are the coefficient of x power minus 1 and x power minus 3. You can see that it lies in the expansion of this term. So firstly, we need to understand the basic concepts for a binomial expansion. Whenever we see a binomial expansion, the first thing that we do is we find the general term. So let us understand that how to find the general term, or what is the basic formula to find the general term. So if we have a binomial expansion, which is in the form x plus y power n, then its general term will be tr plus 1 is equal to ncr multiplied by x power n minus r multiplied by y power r. Here the given expansion is 2 into x power 1 by 5 minus 1 upon x power 1 by 5 whole power 15. The second term is 1 upon x power 1 by 5. It can be also written as x power minus 1 by 5, right? We know that its reciprocal will be x power minus 1 by 5. Whenever we reciprocate any number, then its power changes to minus, right? For example, if we have 2 power minus 1, okay, then if we reciprocate this, it will be 1 by 2, okay. Now this power is changed to plus 1. Again, if we convert it, so it will be equal to 2 power minus 1. So similarly, 1 upon x power 1 by 5 will be equal to x power minus 1 by 5, right? So we can write it as 2x power 1 by 5 minus x power minus 1 by 5 and whole power is 15. Now this is in the form of a binomial expansion, but you can see that if we are comparing it with this form, then we do not have positive sign here. So for now, let us do one thing. Let us don't focus on this negative sign. Okay. So if we are not focusing on this sign, then we get the value of x, y, and n, right? We will deal with this negative sign later. Okay. Firstly, accept this negative sign when we compare this whole term with the given form x plus y power n. What is x? X is the first term. Means this is the value of x and this is the value of y. Y is the second term and this is n. So when we compare this term, we have x is equal to 2x power 1 by 5, y is equal to x power minus 1 by 5 and n is equal to 15, right? Now let us find the general term. What is the formula? TR plus 1 is equal to NCR. The value of n is 15, so 15 CR multiplied by x. What is the value of x here? 2x power 1 by 5 and x power n minus r, so 15 minus r multiplied by y. What is the value of y? X power minus 1 by 5 and y power r. So we have power r. Now we can split the powers of 2 and x here, right? So it will be tr plus 1 is equal to 15 cr multiplied by 2 power 15 minus r multiplied by x power 1 by 5 into 15 minus r. See, we have x power 1 by 5 and whole power 15 minus r. It means it will be equal to x power 1 by 5 into 15 minus r. So this will be basically equal to x power 15 minus r upon 5. So we have x power 15 minus r upon 5 multiplied by again x power minus 1 by 5 and whole power r. So x power minus 1 by 5 and whole power r is equal to what? X power minus 1 by 5 into r. So it will be equal to x power minus r by 5. So here we have x power minus r by 5, right? Now again simplifying this, it will be tr plus 1 is equal to 15 cr multiplied by 2 power 15 minus r. You can see here that the base is same. And whenever the base is same, the power is added, right? If we have x power m into x power n, then it will be always equals to x power m plus n. Whenever the base is same, the power is added. So here also base is same. It means that both the powers will be added. What are the powers? First power is 15 minus r upon 5. And what is the second power? Minus r upon 5. So both this will be added. So 15 minus r will be 2r. And denominator is same. So we have 15 minus 2r upon 5. So we can write it as x power 15 minus 2r upon 5, right? Now let us focus on the question. In question, it is given that the coefficient of x power minus 1 is m, right? So let us write it. The coefficient of x power minus 1 is equal to m, okay? When the coefficient of x power minus 1 will be m? When the power of x will be equal to minus 1, okay? Now here, what is the power? The power is 15 minus 2r upon 5. So if this power will be equal to minus 1, then the coefficient will be m, right? So we have equation here. Now let us do one thing. Let us cross multiply. So if we cross multiply, we have 15 minus 2r is equal to 5 into minus 1, minus 5. So 15 plus 5 will be equal to 2r, right? What is 15 plus 5? 20. 20 will be equal to 2r. So r will be equals to 20 upon 2. So what is the value of r here? We have r is equal to 10. Now let us do one thing. Let us substitute this value of r in the general form, right? What is the general form? The general form was in this. Okay, at last we had tr plus 1 is equal to 15 cr into 2 power 15 minus r into x power. See, we will not take this term, okay, because we have already used this term in this part, which is coefficient of x power minus 1 is equal to m. Okay, so we have already used this term. So we will only take the term which is 15 cr multiplied by 2 power 15 minus r, right? So when we put r is equal to 10, okay, then we have minus 1 power 10 into 15c10. We have 15cr, right? It is 15cr. So 15c10 multiplied by 2 power 15 minus r means 2 power 15 minus 10. Okay. And as I told you that we will deal with the negative sign later, right? So how to deal with it? Let us just multiply it by minus 1 here. All right. So it will be right. In order to deal with the negative sign, you will only have to multiply with minus 1 power r. Okay. You can see that here we have multiplied with minus 1 power r. What is r? 10. Okay. So this is the value of m. So m is equal to minus 1 power 10. Minus 1 power 10 will be 1. Okay. 1 into 15c10 is 15c10 multiplied by 2 power 15 minus 10. What is 15 minus 10? 5. So we have 2 power 5, right? This is the value of m. Here 15c10 can be equal to 15c5. Now, how these both terms are equal? Let us see. We have to use a basic formula, which is NCR is equal to n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. So here we have 15c10. What is the value of n? 15, and what is the value of r? 10. So n factorial means 15 factorial divided by r factorial. What is r? This is r. Okay, and this is n when we compare both these terms. So r factorial means 10 factorial into n minus r means 15 minus 10. What is 15 minus 10? It is 5 factorial. Okay, so basically it will be equal to 15 factorial upon 10 factorial into 5 factorial. Now, if we talk about 15c5, then what will be its value? 15c5. Here, n is 15 and r is 5. So n factorial means 15 factorial divided by r factorial means 5 factorial multiplied by n minus r. 15 minus 5 is 10 factorial, right? So it will be equal to 15 factorial divided by 5 factorial into 10 factorial. And you can see that both the values are equal. 10 factorial into 5 factorial will be equal to 5 factorial into 10 factorial. Just like 2 into 3 is equal to 3 into 2, right? So both the values are same only. It means that 15c10 is equal to 15c5. Okay. So in the place of 15c10, we can write 15c5. So m will be equal to 15c5 multiplied by 2 power 5. Okay. Now another quantity is given here, which is the coefficient of x power minus 3 in the expansion of this given term will be n. Okay. So we have another expression, which is coefficient of x power minus 3 is equal to n. Okay. When the coefficient of x power minus 3 will be n, when the power of x will be equal to minus 3. Okay. Here, what is the power of x? 15 minus 2r upon 5. So when the coefficient of x power minus 3 will be equal to n again, when the power of x will be equal to minus 3. Okay. It means that this term should be equal to minus 3. So what is the power of x? We have 15 minus 2r divided by 5. So this should be equal to minus 3. In this case only, the coefficient of x power minus 3 will be equal to n, right? So now let us cross multiply. So it will be 15 minus 2r is equal to 5 into minus 3 is minus 15. So 15 plus 15 will be equal to 2r. When the elements go from left hand side to right hand side, then the sign is changed. So 15 plus 15 is 30. 30 is equal to 2r. So here r will be equal to 30 by 2. Okay, what is 30 by 2? 15. Now the value of r is 15, right? And now we can find the value of n. Okay, so n will be equal to what? Minus 1 power r multiplied by 15 cr multiplied by 2 power 15 minus r. Okay, we have to just substitute the value again in this form with a multiplication of minus 1 power r. As I told you, if we have the negative sign in the expansion, we have to multiply the term with minus 1 power r. Okay, so now we have to just substitute the value of r here. For the coefficient of x power minus 3 is equal to n, r is equal to 15. So we have to put r is equal to 15. So n is equal to minus 1 power 15 multiplied by 15c15 multiplied by 2 power 15 minus 15. Right. Now here minus 1 power 15 will be minus 1. Right. And 15c15 will be 1. Again 2 power 15 minus 15 will be what? 0. Anything raised to 0 is also 1. So the value of n will be minus 1. Right? We have the value of m and we have the value of n. We have to find m into n square. What is the value of m? M is 15c5 into 2 power 5. So it is 15c5 into 2 power 5 multiplied by n square. What is n? Minus 1. N square will be minus 1 square. So minus 1 square is 1, right? So 15c5 into 2 power 5 into 1 will be 15c5 into 2 power 5. Okay. Now in the question, the expression is 15cr into 2 power r. Okay. In the question, it is given that m into n square is equal to 15cr into 2 power r. Okay. And the value which we have found is m into n square is equal to 15c5 into 2 power 5. When we compare both these terms, you can see that the value of r here is 5 and again the value of r is 5. So on comparing both these terms, we can say that r is equal to 5 and this is the value that we have to calculate. Okay. So for this question, the value of r is equal to 5. I hope you are clear with this question. The correct answer for this question is 5. In this question, we have used the basic formula for finding the general term of a binomial expansion. And remember the most important thing, if the expansion is in the form of x minus y power n, then all you have to do is you have to multiply by minus 1 power n r here, right? Means you have to multiply by minus 1 power r. Okay. So this is the basic concept related to this question. I hope you are clear with this question.
Next question is the total number of 4-digit numbers such that each of the first 3 digits is divisible by the last digit is equal to. So in this question, we have to identify the total number of 4-digit numbers. All right. And we have to identify the 4-digit numbers in such a way that the first 3 digits should be divisible by the last digit. So firstly, let us consider a 4-digit number. Okay. So let us consider 4-digit number as A, B, C and D. According to the question, this 4-digit number should be formed in such a way that the last digit and the first 3 digits, okay, there is a relation between both this. First 3 digits should be divisible by the last digit. It means that A should be divisible by D, B should be divisible by D, and C should be also divisible by D. So let us assume A, B, C, D be a 4-digit number such that first 3 digits are divisible by the last digit. What is the last digit? It is D. All right. And what are the first 3 digits? A, B and C. Okay. So now we have to find the possibility for each and every condition. Okay. So let us start with putting some values in the place of D. All right. Consider this as a B, C and D. All right.
So again, making another box for inserting the values. Now consider D is equal to 1. Okay. When D is equals to 1, then out of 10 numbers, what are the 10 numbers from 1 to 10? One number is already substituted here. So the remaining numbers are 9. Okay. So for A, the total number of ways are 9. From 1 to 9, there are 9 numbers and all the 9 numbers are divisible by 1. Okay. For B, there will be one more number and the extra number is 0. So for B, the number of numbers will be 10. For C also, there will be extra number that is 0. So it will be 10. So when D is equal to 1, the number of such numbers will be 9 into 10 into 10. 9 into 10 into 10 is 900. Similarly, when D is equals to 2, okay. So in the place of D, if we put 2, then we can only choose those numbers from 1 to 10 which are divisible by 2. Okay. So what are the numbers from 1 to 10 that are divisible by 2? The numbers are 2, 4, 6 and 8. So total numbers are 4. So A can be filled with 4 numbers. Then B will have an extra number. What is the extra number? It is 0. So it will be 5 numbers. For C also it will be 5 numbers, right? So when D is equal to 2, number of such numbers is 4 into 5 into 5, which is equals to 100. Similarly, when D is equal to 3, okay. Now imagine D is equal to 3. If D is equal to 3, then we can choose the numbers from 1 to 10 that are divisible by 3. Okay, so for D is equal to 3, the numbers from 1 to 10 will be 3, 6 and 9. Okay, only these 3 numbers are divisible by 3. So there are 3 possible numbers for A. Then for B, there is an extra number which is 0. So there will be 4 possible numbers. For C also, there will be 4 possible numbers. So when D is equal to 3, the total number of such numbers is 3 into 4 into 4, which is equals to 48. Similarly, for D is equal to 4. Now, for D is equal to 4, we have only 2 numbers that will be divisible by 4 from 1 to 10. And the numbers are 4 and 8. Okay, so for A, it will be 2 numbers. For B, one number will be extra, so it will be 3. And for C also, one number will be extra, so it will be 3. So 2 into 3 into 3. So it is equals to 18. Similarly, when D is equal to 5, see, for D is equal to 5, from 1 to 10, we only have one digit that will be divisible by 5. All right? Understand it very carefully. We have a 4-digit number, right? If we put D is equal to 5, then A, B and C should be also divisible by 5. But from 1 to 10, there is only a single number which is divisible by 5. Okay. Because see, from 1 to 10, one number is already taken here. So from 1 to 9, we have a single number that is 5. 5 is divisible by 5, right? So for A, the possible numbers are 1. For B, there will be an extra number which is 0. So it will be 2. And for C also, there will be an extra number. So it will be 2. So the possible numbers will be 1 into 2, which is equals to 4. Similarly, when D will be equals to 6, 7, 8 and 9, we will have the same condition. Okay. Because from the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, if we choose 5, then there is only a single number that is divisible by 5. If we choose 6, then also there is a single number. If we choose 7, then also there is a single number. Same for 8 and 9. Okay. So in all the cases when D is equal to 6, 7, 8, 9, the value of A will be 1. And the value of B and C will be 2 and 2. All right. So for all these cases, we will have the number as 4. See, we can see that when D is equal to 5, then the total number of numbers are 4. So in this 4 cases also, we will have 4. So 4 multiplied by 4 will give 16. Okay, why 4 multiplied by 4? Because we have 4 numbers, 6, 7, 8 and 9. For each number, we have 4 numbers. So 4 into 4 is 16. But now we have to calculate the total numbers. So what will be the total numbers? 900 plus 100 plus 48 plus 18 plus 4 plus 16. So it is equals to 1086. So the total number of such numbers are 1086. So for this question, the correct answer is 1086. I hope you are clear with this question.
Next question is, let a matrix M is equal to 0 minus alpha, alpha and 0, where alpha is a non-zero real number and n is equals to summation of k is equal to 1 to 49 m power 2k. If I minus m square into n is equal to minus 2i, then the positive integral value of alpha is. For this question, we have to calculate positive integral value of alpha. And you can see that a matrix is given here, which is matrix M. It is 0, minus alpha, alpha and 0. All right. And an expression is given, which is I minus m square into n is equal to minus 2i. And what is n? N is the summation of k is equal to 1 to 49 m power 2k. Okay, so it is very clear that first we need to calculate the value for m square. So let us calculate m square. What is m square? M square will be m into m. It means that we have to do the product of this given matrix. So m multiplied by again m. Do you know how to find the product of two given matrices? It is very simple. Firstly, we have to multiply first row with first column, then first row with second column. Similarly, we have to multiply second row with first column and then second row with second column. So when we multiply first row with first column, it will be 0 into 0, 0, plus minus alpha into alpha. So it will be minus alpha square. Then first row into second column. So it will be 0 into minus alpha is 0, minus alpha into 0 is again 0. So 0 plus 0 will be 0. Then multiplying second row with the first column. Alpha into 0 is 0 and 0 into alpha is again 0. Then multiplying second row with second column. All right. So alpha into minus alpha is minus alpha square. 0 into 0 is 0. So the value of m square will be minus alpha square, 0, 0 and minus alpha square. You can see that minus alpha square is common here. Okay. So when we take it common from the given matrix, then the remaining terms in the matrix will be 1, 0, 0 and 1. Now what is 1, 0, 0, 1? It is an identity matrix, right? Which is denoted by I. So its value will be minus alpha square into I. Therefore, we can say that m square is equal to minus alpha square into I. All right. Now we have to calculate the value for I minus m square into n. Okay. So let us calculate the value. I minus m square into n. Okay. So firstly, let us calculate the value for I minus m square because we have the value for m square, right? So what will be I minus m square? It will be I minus the value of m square is minus alpha square into I. So this will be I plus alpha square into I. This minus minus will be plus. Now you can see that I is common here. So when we take I common, the remaining terms will be 1 plus alpha square. So the value of I minus m square is equals to 1 plus alpha square into I, right? This is the value of I minus m square. Now let us look at the part of summation. What is summation? N is equal to summation of k is equal to 1 to 49 m power 2k. So let us solve this. N is equals to summation of k is equal to 1 to 49 m power 2k. Now this m power 2k can be also written as m power 2 and whole power k, right? So let us write it in this way. So n will be summation of k is equal to 1 to 49 m square power k. Okay. Why we are writing it in this form? Because we have the value for m square. All right. So m square is minus alpha square into I. Okay. Now, if we take the real value here, okay, real value means the integral value. Okay. So I is 1, then m square will be minus alpha square, right? So this will be summation of k is equal to 1 to 49. M square is minus alpha square power k. Now, when we put the limits, that is from 1 to 49 in the place of k. So the first term will be minus alpha square power 1. So minus alpha square power 1 is minus alpha square. Second term will be minus alpha square power 2. Okay. What is minus alpha square power 2? It is plus alpha power 4. Then next term will be when k is equal to 3. So it will be minus alpha square power 3. Okay. Since the power is odd, so we will have a negative sign, right? So this plus will be changed to minus. And what is the cube of minus alpha square? It will be alpha power 6. So this series will continue and it will go up to k is equal to 49. So when k will be equals to 49, then we will have minus alpha square power 49, right? Again, 49 is odd. So the last term will be minus of alpha power 98. 2 into 49 is 98. This is the last term. Now you can see that this is a forming a GP. Okay. Here the first term is minus alpha square. What is the first term in a GP? A is the first term. So A is minus of alpha square. And what is the common difference? Common difference is the difference here between the first and the second number. Okay. When we divide second number with first number, then we get the common ratio. So common ratio is denoted by R. Common ratio is also minus of alpha square. All right. Now we have to find the sum. Okay. Since this series is a summation and it represents a GP, so we have to find the sum of this given GP. Do you know what is the basic formula to calculate the sum of a GP? The basic formula is Sn is equals to A into R power n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. We have all the values, right? So let us put it. So sum will be A. What is A? A is minus of alpha square. R power n. What is R? R is minus of alpha square. Power n. What is n? N is the total number of elements. How many elements we have? We have from 1 to 49. So n is 49. So power 49 minus 1 divided by R minus 1. R is minus alpha square minus 1. All right. Now, if we take the negative sign outside from this particular term and this particular term, okay. So this negative sign and negative sign will be cancelled. So we will have minus alpha square into plus alpha square power 49 plus 1 divided by alpha square plus 1. All right, we have taken the negative side common from this term and this term. So it will be positive, right? Minus minus will be cancelled. Now, this is the value of sum, right? But this is equal to n because n is equal to summation. So n is equal to minus alpha square into alpha square power 49 plus 1 divided by alpha square plus 1. When we will cross multiply, this denominator will go to the left hand side. So it will be alpha square plus 1 into n is equal to minus alpha square into, now alpha square power 49 is alpha power 98 plus 1. All right. Now listen very carefully. We can see here alpha square plus 1. Okay, we can write it as 1 plus alpha square. It does not make any difference. Okay, a plus b is equal to b plus a. So we are writing it in this form. This is equals to minus of alpha square and alpha power 98 plus 1. Okay. Now when this minus will go to the left hand side, then the left hand side will be minus 1 minus alpha square into n is equal to alpha square into alpha power 98 plus 1, right? Okay, now let us take this minus sign outside this bracket only. Okay, so it will be minus of 1 plus alpha square into n is equal to alpha square into alpha power 98 plus 1. Now, we have a value which is I minus m square into n is equal to minus 2i. All right, it is already given in the question. And another value that we have calculated is I minus m square is equals to 1 plus alpha square into I, right? What is I? I is 1. So we can say that I minus m square is equals to 1 plus alpha square. Okay, but we have minus of 1 plus alpha square. Okay, it means that it will be minus of 1 plus alpha square. Okay, so in the place of minus of 1 plus alpha square into n, okay, it is in this form. Basically, it is in this form. Okay, when we put a minus here, so it will be plus 2i. Okay, so the value of minus 1 plus alpha square into n will be plus 2i. Okay, this will be equals to alpha square into alpha power 98 plus 1. I hope this step is clear to you. See, we were given an expression which is I minus m square into n is equal to minus 2i. Okay, but here you can see that what is the value of I minus m square? It is 1 plus alpha square. Okay, so minus of 1 plus alpha square will be minus of I minus m square, right? If we have this minus sign, then it will be also minus. And what will be minus of 1 minus m square into n? It will be equal to plus 2i. Okay. So in the left hand side, we have 2i. Okay. Now, what is the value of I? If we take only the real part here, I is equal to 1. So 2 is equal to alpha square into alpha power 98 plus 1. All right. Now we just have to use our brain and we have to find a number which will satisfy this equation. Okay. And we have to find a number for alpha. Means what value of alpha will satisfy this equation. Okay. So alpha is equal to 1 will satisfy this equation. Let us see how. 2 is equal to 1 square into 1 power 98 plus 1. So 2 is equal to 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. And 1 square is 1. So 2 into 1 is 2. So 2 is equal to 2. You can see that this equation is satisfied at alpha is equal to 1. At no other value of alpha, this equation will be satisfied. There is only a single value for alpha when this equation will be satisfied. So we can say that the possible integral value of alpha is 1. All right. So for this question, the correct answer is alpha is equals to 1. I hope you are clear with this question. Moving on to the next question. The question is, let f of x and g of x be two real polynomials of degree 2 and 1 respectively. If f of g of x is equal to 8x square minus 2x and g of f of x is equal to 4x square plus 6x plus 1, then the value of f of 2 plus g of 2 is. So it is a very interesting question. This kind of question mostly appears in the exam, in which f of g of x is given and g of f of x is given. And you have to find the value for f of x and g of x. So firstly, let us write the given values. F of g of x is equal to 8x square minus 2x and g of f of x is equal to 4x square plus 6x plus 1. We need to find the value of f of 2 and g of 2. So how we can find the value of f of 2 and g of 2? It is very obvious that if we have the value of f of x and g of x, then only we can find the value of f of 2 and g of 2. So firstly, we need to find the value of f of x and g of x. So listen very carefully because this kind of questions are very important, where f of g of x is given and g of f of x is given to you. And you have to find the value of f of x and g of x. All right. And one more thing is given here, which is the degree. So for f of x, the degree is 2. And for g of x, the degree is 1. Okay, so we have to use this hint in order to get the value of f of x and g of x. So firstly, let us focus on the first part, f of g of x. It is 8x square minus 2x. Okay, we have to transform this function in such a way that the value of x here will be converted into g of x. Okay, means we have to break it or we have to transform this function in such a way that the x which is present here in this function will be equal to g of x. All right. And the second part, it is g of f of x. We have to transform this function in such a way that here the x becomes f of x. Okay. So this is the random thinking. Okay. We have to randomly think of a value that we will substitute here in order to get f of x and g of x. And we can use the hint that f of x has the degree 2 and g of x has the degree 1. Okay. So here g of x will be equal to 2x minus 1 and f of x will be equals to 2x square plus 3x plus 1. Okay, you can see that by using the hint f of x has the degree 2 and g of x has the degree 1. All right. So we have broken down the function that is f of g of x in such a way that the x becomes
the value for g of x. Okay, and in the same way we have done for g of f of x. So now we have the value of g of x and f of x. And remember, the main hint in this question is the degree. Okay, the degree of g of x should be 1 and the degree of f of x should be 2. Now we have to calculate f of 2 and g of 2. Okay, so what will be f of 2? In the place of x, we have to put 2. All right, so it will be 2 into x square. In the place of x, we have to put 2. So 2 into 2 square plus 3 into x. Again, x is 2. So 2 plus 1. So it will be 2 into 2 square is 4 plus 3 into 2 is 6 plus 1. So 2 into 4 is 8. 8 plus 6 plus 1. It is equal to 15. Similarly, let us calculate g of x. Okay, g of x is 2x minus 1. We have to find the value of g of 2. It means that in the place of x, we have to put 2. 2 into x means 2 into 2 minus 1. 2 into 2 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So the value of g of 2 is 3 and the value of f of 2 is 15. Okay, we have to calculate f of 2 plus g of 2. So it will be 15 plus 3, which is equal to 18. So for this question, the correct answer is 18. The sum of f of 2 and g of 2 is 18. I hope you are clear with this question, and I hope all the concepts behind each and every questions are clear to you. Keep learning more and keep scoring high.